Shoabina Prince, the multifaceted cosmetic entrepreneur and owner of Native Radiance, was recently presented the CARISCOS Person of the Month award. If you didn't know, CARISCOS is a non-profit organization created from the passion for cosmetic science. The organization aims to share science knowledge, to grow the Caribbean Scientist Network, and to inform the general public about cosmetic sciences. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Shoabina Prince to learn Shoabina Prince, to learn more about the reception of this award. Good morning, Shoabina.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So, were you nominated for this award? Did you have to apply? Tell us the process.
No, I did not apply. I did not apply. Honestly, I did not even know about the organization. One day I checked my email and I realized that I had an email with the nomination asking if I would be willing to accept.
Okay.
Yes.
So that was a lovely surprise, Shoabina.
Yes, it was. It was shocked.
There you go, because that was my actual next question. So when you heard, what did you do? You screamed? What did you do?
Well, I called my best friend, of course.
Oh, there you go.
And I let her know. I sent her a screenshot. I sent it to my staff. And we were all very excited about it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what does this award mean to you?
Going forward?
It means a lot, actually, because it's showing me, normally people would say, oh, people talk about you behind your back, and it means something negative. But in this light, it actually showed me that, people are talking, and it's not in a negative light, it's something positive. And here I am making a positive impact in the cosmetic industry, in the science field, helping to heal people. I never expected that my business would have transcended as far as it did, so I was shocked. I was shocked.
Yes, and this gives you recognition, as you said, internationally. Yes. So let's hope your products go as far as they can. So let's talk about the products now. What type of products do you make?
All right, so I actually did not think about bringing the products to the interview, but I had one in the vehicle. And this is the coffee herbal hair oil. This one is for hair growth. So males, female, children, if you are going bald, if you would have lost hair, whether it's through medical issues, alopecia, whatever issue, whether it's traction alopecia where you pull your hair out using wigs and weaves or whatever issue, that oil is what started it all. And that is what led to us being here. That is the hair growth oil. We sell a wide variety of products that caters to your overall health, the health of the skin, the hair, the body,
So without giving too much away, can you tell us maybe some of the ingredients for the same hair oil that you were holding up for us? Of course, you can't give us the amounts, etc. But what are some of the key ingredients that adds to help person's hair growth?
Okay, so if you would purchase the product, you would realize that it has all ingredients, and that is listed for a very specific reason, just in case somebody is allergic to something, and for transparency. Yes, I wouldn't put the actual formulation because I wouldn't want to give that away. Some of the key ingredients are actually found right here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Like, for example, when it was mango season, I had the mango seeds dried and I had the seeds turned to powder. Wow. And I have it infused in this oil. It also has in amla, fenugreek, coffee. It's a coffee herbal hair oil. So just know it has in over 25 ingredients that are geared towards hair growth,
Nice.
Yes.
So are most of your ingredients sourced right here in St. Kitts and Nevis?
Most of them. Like for example, I don't just have oils, I actually have soaps as well. And I try to go out into the community, into the forest, into the bushes.
Yeah, that's great.
I look for herbs that, you know, I can ethically source, meaning that once I pick them, they are not going to die. I'm not going to cause deforestation. I try to pick, you know, leaves from trees that there is a lot. I try to grow what I can grow. There are some that I have to import because we don't grow them here. And like, if I know that they have a specific reason, like for example, in my women's tea, I'm talking about something different, but you know, there's a herb called mugwort and motherwort, which is very good for women's health. We don't grow it here, but we have a family to it that's grown here, and I have that included in the tea as well. So certain things I cannot find here, so I look for ethical, organic sources where I can find them.
Oh, great. So you mentioned teas. Now you have to tell us about that.
Yes. So I have a women's tea, and that is geared to helping a woman with various issues. So if you have menstruation cramps, if you have problems, you know, getting pregnant or staying pregnant, you know, this tea is very good for you. If you are someone who suffers with yeast infection, this tea will also help. And I have had, you know, a lot of reviews on this tea, and we actually have a Native Radiance baby on the way. Not me, I'm not pregnant, but we have a customer.
One of your clients, yes. Oh, this is so sweet.
Yes.
So I hope that baby gets the name Native Radiance.
Or just Radiance. Or just Radiance. That is so lovely. And I love the concept of the tea, because we all know that females have certain issues, as you mentioned, when it comes to our reproductive organs. So, oh my goodness, that is such great news. Do you have somewhere where those of us who live in St. Kitts can get your products?
Oh, sorry, a call came in at the same time, and I'm hearing what you were saying, yes.
Okay, no problem. I was saying that during the break, we spoke with you about the fact that you are based in Nevis, our sister island, and we were wondering if we can get our products over here in St. Kitts as well.
Yes. So in St. Kitts, I have Native Radiance has an outlet. It's at Fashion 2020. And Fashion 2020 is across the street from the Polo Company on the corner of 4th and Central Street. So that is the outlet. You can also get products at Farm Care. I think Farm Care has 2 locations at Bird Rock and on 4th Street. And you can get products at Value Mart. That's for St. Kitts.
Nice. And we know that you're going to be doing this internationally. Have you had any clients from overseas? Tell us about that.
Overseas? Okay, so I have shipped to France, I've shipped to Africa, I've shipped to Canada, to Caribbean islands. I have a website. You can find us at www.nativeradiance.com. And the good thing about that is the products are already in America. So once you order, you will get your products in 2 to 3 business days, depending on where you are.
Nice. You got it well organized, girl. Organized. You
Thank
girl.
So, Shoabina, tell us what exactly is the mission of your business?
The mission? Okay, so the mission of my business is for people to realize that you can be healed, whether it's internally, externally, using herbs, you know. Herbs have Ayurvedic properties that are healing for the hair, for the skin. Like growing up, I never thought that I would be able to formulate products to regrow hair. Like you would go to the supermarket and you would see big brands selling products that were super expensive to regrow your hair. And the thing about that is once you use them, you always have to use them. And if you stop, all the hair that was touched would fall off.
That is true.
Because it's synthetic. It's not, you know, good for the body. And so after I realized that, you know, herbs has the power to heal and help, I decided that that is the route that I was gonna go, especially to help with my own personal issues that I had.
Okay, so does Ayurvedic mean healing? What do you mean when you say that?
Okay, so that is an actual Indian term, and it means that plants, nature, has everything. There's a balance that you can find in plants and in nature. And so once you blend these components properly, you can have healing. And there are some things that you don't use in Ayurveda because, you know, it might bring inflammation into the body. And then there are some things that you use because it takes inflammation out. And so once you get that balance, then you are able to use the herbs effectively. Now, I didn't always know this, huh? So it's a learning process.
So Shoabina, you mentioned you used your product, well, you started your product because you were experiencing certain illnesses. Is that the reason why you formulated your first cosmetic product?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yesterday we celebrated World Lupus Awareness.
Yes.
And 2 years ago I had a baby, and after I had the baby I started getting inflammation in my body, a lot of swelling, my hair fell out, I couldn't really walk, I couldn't use my hands. The doctors thought that, well, my doctor, after doing some tests, he said that the inflammation level in my body was elevated. So I had to he sent me to a doctor in St. Kitts, an internist, and he was very thorough. He did a long family check, and I found out that lupus was in my family. A lot of my family members had lupus. I had an aunt that died from lupus. I have nieces, cousins that have lupus, and that was one of the things that the doctors thought that I had because all of my symptoms were presenting like lupus. But it turned out, praise God, it was not lupus, but it was that fear that led me to, you know, doing the test. It turned out to be a bacteria that was resistant to antibiotics because I was in the hospital for a very long time. So that resistance to antibiotics caused my body to have inflammation. And so I had a 1-inch patch going straight across to the front of my head. Yeah. And so I had to find a solution. I tried different things and nothing worked. So I did research and I formulated a product. I tried it on myself, tried it on my best friend, I tried it on friends and family, and it worked.
I can see that.
Their results. Yeah, people saw their results and asked, and I started to formulate to sell, but it wasn't easy. The startup wasn't easy because people were not receptive. I gave a lot of products away so that people could try it, and you know, over time, with consistency and with, of course, customers talking about it, people were able to come on board.
Lovely.
That's really key. And so you, of course, invite your customers to go online and comment and give you ratings and so forth. Do you do that?
Yes. Well, my customers, they actually sent me before and after pictures.
Nice.
I don't even have to really ask. They are very willing to share their experience. You can find hundreds of before and after pictures on my Facebook page.
So tell us about that then. Tell us how our viewing audience can then connect with you in all of your different ways of reaching out to you, to buy products, to say how they have improved due to our products. Tell them how they can reach you.
Okay, so you can reach me personally at 664 9317. That is my personal number. I have no problem with customers or anyone reaching out to me once it's a respectable time, of course. You can reach me at my business, 668-3641. Sorry, 668-3641, and that is my business at the Artisan Village. You can get us at that number anytime between 9 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. On Facebook, it's Facebook/Native Radiance. You can also find us on Instagram. Yes, and the actual store locations that you can find our products in Nevis are Volumat, City Drugstore, Eureka's Health and Medical Services, and Divine Beauty Cosmetics.